Yeah. This is cool. Like I've seen screenshots, but I thought they were all like promotional. Whoa!
Welcome to the Razzle Dazzle Show.
Whoa!
Yeah, man.
Is everyone feeling razzle? Is everyone feeling dazzle?
Everybody is razzling dazzling. We are doing a Let's Play showcase on Lil Gator Game, but more specifically, its newest update, Into the Dark. Currently, right now, I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I know it's like here, no? Like, isn't this the bit?
You're close, but I just wanted to say real quick, Mauro, you're pretty on the money because one of the biggest inspirations for Gator Game was a short hike.
Love that
which
game.
is a top-down experience, and
it's a great game.
Scott started the prototype. It was top-down, but it evolved into what you're seeing over time. Over like among other creative decisions, a desire not to just straight up rip off a short hike and make it clear that
I love the sorry to cut you off just before I forget. I love when you're walking through and like the leaves just kind of fade away instead of it just being straight in the middle. Yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine, and I love that. That's something that you guys thought about.
Our programmer Scott did a lot of work on the shaders, but before I get into that, why don't I actually tell Jared where he's going?
Yeah, I'm a little lost.
Why don't we run back to the playground and we'll see.
The playground? Was I supposed to talk to Big Sis?
I don't think at this point. At this point, you should be looking for Tom. You're cutting it hard. Cut it right through the valley. You're making it hard on yourself.
Oh, thank you. Also, for people who don't know who Connor is, Connor Quinn is one of the developers of this awesome little cute game, aren't you now?
That's right. I'm the there's only 3 of us, so we all wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
But, I'm the writer, animator. I modeled a lot of the characters. I do social media. I made us the website. All sorts of great stuff.
Yeah, and his episode just released on the show earlier this week. So go check it out if you want to learn more about him.
And check out the other Razzle Dazzle episodes.
That too. That'd be nice. Tom, where the hell is Tom?
Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. Tom is not down. You're 100%ed. So Big Sis is.
It's like let's go home
because of her cutscene.
Yeah.
Check your inventory real quick, because sometimes people have mashed through the cutscene and didn't realize it. Go to your hats. All the way down. No, you haven't seen the cutscene yet.
No, I just updated the game and I just booted it up. Yeah.
Okay.
I love this.
Well, you've definitely finished the main story because Sis is in the witch hut. Oh man, Tom is supposed to be at the playground, and you're supposed to talk to him to get things started. I'm honestly, I'm gonna have to like switch gears here.
I'm so sorry, Tom. I don't know where you are, Tom. Where did you go?
Yeah. There's been a couple of people. Yeah, it's like this happened in Elden Ring. Like just one little thing needs to happen, and you're sitting there going like, what on earth?
So basically, we're saying that Lil Gator Game is just like Elden Ring.
The Lil Gator Game is just like Elden Ring. And in the main game, I was in the middle of playing Elden Ring, so I squeezed in some jokes.
Yo, Tom. What are you doing?
I'm not.
Hey.
Sure. You don't even need to have 100%. You just need to have watched the credits roll.
So,
this is a weird question, but you're positive you've like.
I went through the credits.
The DLC key and everything, right?
Activated DLC key.
I just mean like you purchased the DLC and it is installed and all that.
Oh no. Okay, we're gonna scrap all of this. Hold on, we'll be right back. We're back, everybody. There's Tom. What's up, Tom? Well, we've been looking for you. You came down from the castle. Yeah, go ahead, Mauro.
I had a question.
This is about to be a long cutscene, so to go ahead with the question.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because you mentioned that there are only 3, and you mentioned it in the podcast episode 2, I believe, that there were only 3 people working at Mega Wobble.
Right.
I bought the game. I bought this game, Little Gator Game, today, because I had shown my girlfriend. She thought it was very cute, so I'm like, you know what? Let me support. And I have a like. I've always wondered, right? It was $20. Do the three of you get like $7 each, or it's like $5 each, and then 5 goes to Gaben? How does that work?
Great question. Here's how it works. First off, the platform takes a 30% cut off the top. So 30% goes to Steam or Nintendo or Xbox or whoever it is that you buy the game from. And then we have a 60-40 split with our publisher. So Mega Wobble gets 60% and our publisher Platonic gets 40%. And then we have formerly a multi-partner LLC, now an S Corp, that splits the remaining profit for Mega Wobble 3 ways as like not a salary. Yeah, like a salary or whatever. And that's how we've been doing it for the last couple of years.
That's interesting. That's so cool. I mean, did I help at all with gas today? Give you that extra dollar?
You're gonna help me with
buy
the
like a
gas
sandwich.
to get my freaking celebration party, but I'm very fortunate to be able to work from home because I can make this anywhere.
Love that, dude. There's actually
Sorry, just while we're on the topic, there's one thing that I want everyone in the world to hear. If you've ever bought a key from G2A, none of that goes to us. Those guys are pirating the keys and then selling it to you for $2. If you're gonna get the game from G2A, just steal it, please.
Just don't give them any money.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't pay the pirates. Just be the pirate yourself. If those are your two options, go ahead.
Oh, don't pay the pirates. Be the pirate. That rocks.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Well, actually, it's not a question. It's just a fun little tangent because when I was looking up the game, Jared wrote Little Gator Game when he put the promo on Instagram, and then every time I've heard it, it's Little Little. So I was looking it up, and it was not showing up on Steam. And it took me way longer because I'm like, there's no way. Like, am I going crazy? And then I switch over to the other Steam account and I see it there, but it didn't clock until I actually opened up the store page, and then it's like, oh, Lil, that's cute.
Actually, it pissed me off a little tiny bit that Steam SEO couldn't figure that out.
Like, come on, bro, come on.
How many Gator games are there, dude? Come on.
Honestly, it's a little bit on my part too, because I could have also just written Gator, and like it would have shown up. And what is
Gator?
what is I didn't know. I wrote Little. No. I wrote Little Gator Game fully, and nothing happened. Right. I could have just written Gator and then hit search and then see what happened.
I wouldn't expect you to worry about that.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
What just happened is Jared was going through the cutscene where we were introduced to our main antagonist.
I love that it's a pig, just straight up Ganon.
Yep. and now without skipping a beat, he's headed straight for the DLC entrance.
Yeah.
What's up,
with the Legend of Zelda parachute, right?
That's right. This is basically Legend of Zelda, but like this is kids in their like, local island, I guess, just playing the Legend of Zelda make believe, and I love it so much.
Love that.
When
no, go ahead.
When Scott, like I said, was making the prototype, that there were a lot of similarities to other games, and when it came time that we were like, oh, this is like, we have a publisher, this is going to be a major commercial release, we like went back and did a lot of things. So you'll notice that the t-shirt is very similar to the colors of the Breath of the Wild paraglider. Yes. But I drew on our own symbol, and lots of little things like that.
Little things. LIL.
LIL.
And what is Lil? Is the Gator Lil, or is like the game Little? Like it's like a game about. Is it a game about the Lil Gator, or it's like it's a Lil game? Lil Gator.
It is a Lil Gator playing a little game, and it's a game about a little gator playing a little game. Exactly. And also something else I forgot. So we're getting introduced to Dark Lord's posse.
Dark Lord, all caps.
Dark Lord, all caps, and it's not the Dark Lord.
Dark Lord.
He's Dark Lord.
Dark Lord in all caps. Dude, I love that. Speaking of Dark Lords, actually, okay, I wanted to ask you this for a little while because you mentioned a tabletop game that you were running, and then later on in the interview, you, Connor, were talking about D&D. Is that like what you're playing, or are you playing something else?
Actually, since that interview, I've like actually started. I have a sit down D&D group now of my very close friends, and yeah, the D&D. I've been playing D&D 5e since it came out in 2014, and I'm so into the new edition that came out in 24. But I've played a ton of RPGs. I could go down the list and tell you a bunch of ones that I've played and run.
Because I've wanted to. There was another one. I can't remember if it was a Pathfinder or
Sure.
something, maybe something else with a P. I don't know, but it like some one that I wanted to get into like a year or two ago, because I found some like online communities for it. Dude, IRL D&D is hard. Like I play D&D with a group.
Yeah,
or-
we're rated E. Sorry. That's a
Oh
funny
wait, sorry.
line.
Okay, two. Oh.
If we only paid attention to the cutscenes, we wouldn't do any actual talking.
Yeah, no,
So-
don't worry about it.
Dude, I love how the eyes aren't sorry, just since I'm like paying attention to it, I love how when it gets dark the eyes are still like wide and they're not entirely attached to the character's face.
Yeah.
Mhm. But yeah,
low-key, man.
D&D.
Yeah, dude.
Go ahead.
Well, no, but my question was because okay, so you back then you were doing what, like online D&D?
Yep, yeah, that would have been well, it would have been a while since I had DM'd in a multi-DM server, but yeah, I've like there was a 4 or 5 year stretch where I was exclusively playing online.
How does one get into that? Because D&D in real life is so difficult to get. Like I said, I have a group that where I play as.
Oh,
Yet the only D&D that I'm getting is like when we do the Delta quests here. I don't know if you're familiar, Connor, but we do a like a monthly episode where half of it we just talk about what we've been up to in that month, and then the other half I DM a very loose
You're a
5e.
DM? That rocks.
Yeah. Well, I like DMing one shots, and because I can't really my DM style. If I were to like DM like serious D&D, I'd have to change my DM style. Right now, I'm fixed for like let's do like everybody's level 20. Let's run it. Let's fight a beholder, and then they'll fight a little bit, and when they finally get to the beholder, I'll get bored. So I'm like, okay, the beholder, instead of rolling initiative, he's just crying because he has to. This is the first year he's had to like do amended tax returns, so he doesn't know whether to do a 1040 or a 1040x. and then I'm like, there you go. Oh, and he's on hold with the IRS switch on the orb, and then I just yeah. But we do a like a monthly D&D sort of session here on the show. It is a campaign, but it's very like it's loose 5e. I don't even know if you could call it D&D. It's in Faerun, and we use D&D Beyond, but I play fast and loose with the rules.
I can tell you exactly what I want you to do.
What? Oh, him?
I highly recommend to anyone that if you're looking into D&D, there's Reddit threads, there's places you can go where you can find a group and like sign up and spend weeks figuring out if you're in and you're a right fit and everything. Or you can go look for a multi-DM server, sometimes also called a West Marches server. And on a West Marches server, you'll like make a character that exists in a contiguous world, but that multiple DMs post games for. And so you're constantly signing up and playing in one-shots with strangers. And eventually you're going to find, if you stick around in the community, the strangers that you like the best. And from there, you can form your own little communities and have home games and stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, thanks for that. That was very comprehensive. My big issue was that I've read so many horror stories about like online D&D and servers or these like constant servers or whatever that it's kind of Like I was a little afraid to jump in there. But then I'm also over here 6 months dry from real life D&D because people have jobs. So like I want something, and I can't. Honestly, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I even tried AI D&D. That's not fun at
Oh
all. That sucks.
no, yeah, I've heard mixed things, but what is it called? You when it comes to D&D horror stories, I think it's important to remember that tabletop games, like at the end of the day, you want to be playing a game with your friends. And if you're
Yeah,
playing a game with strangers, you're liable to that's not an experience that most people have because the average person doesn't go to game stores or play with strangers. So yeah, it can be annoying sometimes, but oh my god, like you don't post about it when you have a pretty good experience. You just go home feeling pretty good.
that's
Uh,
true.
so I'm telling you from experience, yeah, you're gonna run into some weirdos, and you're gonna have to maybe have a difficult conversation now and then. But that is 2% of the time, and the
Of
rest of the
course,
time
yeah.
you're having fun.
Yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, if people aren't really posting about their like good experiences, that's just like par for the course, then obviously all you're really reading about is the people who are like, "Man, I had such a bad experience that I have to
Yeah,
write about this."
you can have like the greatest experience in the world and still be like, maybe I'll leave a review. I'm kind of busy. But so like imagine what you're like when's the last time that you went to a cafe and got a coffee and was like, this is all right, and then posted a review to say 3 stars, it was all right.
Yeah, that's
Never.
true.
No one in your entire life. uh, so yeah, that those kind of wonderful experiences are happening all the time. Highly recommend them. Please give it a try. Please see if it's for you.
I'm gonna look into West Marches,
Yeah.
specifically because the way you described it, right? You're doing a bunch of little one shots, testing the water, dipping your toes, and eventually you might find a bunch of strangers that you like and figure something out. That's pretty much exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and oh, you're huh. Never mind. You Jared, read the text.
Oh, sorry.
But the oh wait, does it not?
Only
Yeah,
touch
there
the
you
water. Got it. Got it. Got it. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
go. It's okay. Um, the
Immediately runs across land.
it's what's it called? It's the floor is lava,
But
the
the
water
opposite.
is safe. Um,
Gotcha.
the
Oh, he got it.
it also sounds like the way that you run your one shots would be a great fit for if you found a server you like to be the DM to run some groups through their own games.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I do enjoy DMing, but specifically either one shots or things that aren't too serious, where people won't get like too mad, if you're not constantly fighting. Because I,
There's all sorts of different styles of DMs that you're gonna meet.
yeah, I did
Ah.
figure. Um, I enjoy the fighting mechanics when I'm a player, but I can't stand running fights. So I'm actually very glad when Jared and Chaz opt to not fight and instead just talk or try to like wind the person down or something. And
Mhm.
I'll be like a little miffed because I'm like, well, I actually spent time, setting this up, but it's like whatever, funny.
I'll come back for him.
No, I totally get it. It's prep is a thing that Jared,
Yeah.
you're giving me a great intel into player psychology right now.
Yeah.
Can you, for me, can you go talk to that clam again and
Sure.
then just jump down the waterfall right in front of you?
Okay.
He's like, oh, so this is what the average player does in the DLC.
Where did he go?
Yeah, right that way. Nope. Not the
Is
way
he-
that you.
is he
turned
not
180
here?
degrees
He's
to
right
go
here.
towards-
He's right here.
Oh, what? Holy! Yeah, I got turned around.
Yeah, that big root seems also close. Yeah. I thought that I was trying to do that.
You're
I did jump.
trying to get a jump right down there.
Oh.
Like drop right here.
Oh, I thought you wanted to be closer to the root. Oh, okay. All right, man. All right, Val. Sorry, buddy. Cool.
No,
I
I'm
love-
totally understandable. I meant it when I said like, oh yeah, I see what you were going for there.
Yeah, yeah.
In the first part of the quest, she says, "Just jump down here," but I don't know if it repeated that.
Right.
Anyway, Mauro, you were saying again?
Something about D&D, I can't remember. But my attention has shifted.
This is
Was it
so
a conscious
pretty.
choice to? Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna ask. Was it a conscious choice to make this more like dark and purple as opposed to the like very bright orangey
My God.
island
Look at that.
things
Every
in like the main
color
game?
decision you're seeing was extremely deliberate. When I'm the primary reason that we're doing a cave adventure because I love caves and I was
You
excited and
saw
I kept saying,
you saw Tears of the Kingdom have an underground, and you're like, we got to
no,
do that.
no. As soon as the game was done, we were like steadily ramping up, talking about like what do we want to do next. And when we started talking about areas, I said I really want a cave area. And at some point, we were talking about like multiple different areas,
Mm.
types of areas, but that would have been a huge scope investment. So I was like, I really, really want it to be in a cave. I love caves. I think that would be so cool. And Scott, the programmer who actually has to make that work, was like, I really don't know. It would be a big
I love
investment.
this. Oh my God. I love this
and
fucking Sonic adventure. Like, da, 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 da. I love this. I love this. Sorry, go ahead.
Cool. It's okay. So he was really nervous about it, but he started toying with the lighting engine to see,
So cool.
and was like, maybe I kind of got this to work, but then Tears of the Kingdom came out, and he was like,
So you're saying you came up with it before Nintendo?
I love caves, and I've always loved caves, and I wanted to do caves, and then they made Cave Game, and
Nintendo copied you guys.
Yeah. Nintendo was like, we gotta do caves before Lil Gator Game. We're gonna look like idiots.
we gotta do that. We gotta.
I will say they did beat you to the Sky Island. So like, will Little Gator ever have Sky Islands?
Before it was caves, we were just going to do like some fun changes to the overworld. And we were going to do was in the master mode of Breath of the Wild, there are those little floating wooden platforms everywhere.
Yeah.
But they're like, it's just one little platform. We wanted to do like multiple large floating structures, and then we moved on to this, and then they did Sky Islands, and we're like, probably. I think, frankly, that In the Dark is probably the last thing you're going to see in the Gator
universe
of Lil Gator for a while. Yeah, we've been
Gatored out.
We've been doing nothing but Gator for a really, really long time.
I get you, man. I hear you. So real quick, I just want to say from what I'm playing so far, I'm getting more of a like, ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that type of reaction here than I have when playing the base game. Now, that could be because I did extensive research for your episode. You know, I've watched playthroughs of the game and stuff, so therefore I'm like, oh yeah, I know what to do. I know like where to go. I know where things are. And this is just a brand new, like, you know, fresh experience that we get to play. And like, I'm just so fascinated. I'm just like literally wandering around, just so excited to see like what's at the next corner. You know what I mean? So like, it's just so pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I think you said it perfectly. I think if you do, it's not a big game.
No.
If you go in knowing the jokes already, it's not going to be the same experience. But I think they're both very easy experiences to get lost in.
Oh yeah.
And about the colors, you specifically mentioned the colors.
Yeah.
And so to follow up on what I was saying before, when Scott was making, because Scott did custom shaders for this whole game. And when he was working on like making the lighting and everything, originally the cave was just kind of dark.
Yeah.
And it was more of like a black color to it. And just over and over again for months, he was saying like, I want it to be colorful. The overworld game was bright and colorful and fun, and this feels uh, like oppressive. And so little by little, very consciously, very decisively, he was like, there are going to be glow sticks here, and we're going to adjust the color of the shadows, and we're going to do this and that and the other thing. And now, even though it does feel dark, it also looks bright and colorful and
Yes.
cartoony.
It's a
Because
very
Scott's a genius and a wizard, and I love him.
Yeah, it's a very smart usage of the colors, specifically all those like purples and dark blues, because those are still cooler colors that you will associate with like darkness, I guess, you know? But that is my like, are you from Miami specifically or just Florida?
I live just a little north of Orlando.
Okay, okay. But you're
I-
familiar with the Miami color palette?
Sorry, what?
Are you familiar with the Miami color palette?
You mean like
The blue
Vice
and
City
pink?
neon signs?
Yeah,
stuff
you
like
got
that?
it.
Yeah, that.
Sure.
Those are my absolute favorite like color gradients. The purple to magenta to pink to, or actually I missed blue and indigo somewhere, but you know, like all of that, right? And so that's what like caught my attention immediately in the caves. Like I was looking at the game and the overworld is all it's sun, it's an island, right? You got your greens and your yellows and your like warm blues, and then over here it's like
That's so
boom,
cute.
purple. Cute. I
Oh,
love
I
that.
love that.
That's a color of my LEDs right now, actually. Um, but dude, like complete side tangent. I wanted to because you mentioned you shouted out Pimations in
Yeah.
the last in the episode that you were
Wow,
in.
look at that.
Cool guy.
How yeah, and then you were talking about like Flash and Newgrounds, and I was a Newgrounds kid. Were you ever like have you ever heard of Eddsworld?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like the guys, absolutely.
Yeah. The creator of Edge, for those listening, Edgeworld is currently a a YouTube animated series that sometimes it's shorts, sometimes it's like 10-minute episodes. It started on Flash. The creator Ed Gould, he passed away in 2011 or 12 or something, but some of his friends continued on the show, and now his brother voices him, and you know it's still going on. Yeah. I am a very big Edgeworld fan, even though they don't have like a lot of stuff out. I just continue to follow them out of loyalty because they are what got me into like Flash,
Hmm.
or just animation in general. But like Flash was like the first thing where I'm like, I want to download Adobe Flash and I want to be an animator. But I
Yeah.
was like 10 or 11 at the time. I was in middle school with Jared, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Um,
also an artist as well as, Connor is too. So like I understand like how there's this like kind of through line that you're talking about right now.
Yeah, the
That's
the
awesome.
only issue yeah, the only issue there is that by the time I actually got old enough or like had the actual time resources and resources specifically, like I got a computer that I could do stuff with, Flash was defunct.
Mm,
Um,
mhm.
is there are you familiar with any or like what would be the best in your opinion or like very good animation programs for making fluid 2D animations?
Toon Boom.
Toon
Toon
Boom.
Boom.
Toon Boom.
Interesting. Okay. Sorry, had to write that one down. I am also, I am
Man, I
also,
also grew up on Ego Raptor and Psychic Pebbles and Oni and all the guys who were making Dragon Ball Z Abridged and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I what is it called? I knew that I wanted to make games, but I also knew that I had a million ideas, and so I was going to be this and that and the other thing. I was going to be a web comic artist because I liked Homestuck. I was going to be one of the things I was looking into was animation. I was going to be an animator. Oh, and of course, like I figured I would need to be for video games.
right.
But yeah, I have some older portfolio pieces of animated work, and I learned Flash in high school, and then later down the line, I found out about Toon Boom, and it's what you use if you're an indie animator. I think I know that it is used in professional context as well. Like there's a professional version. I don't know if there's another program that is for pros, but if you're an amateur, that's what you're looking at.
I mean, that's fine. Much like this actual podcast, what I want to do is I kind of just want to make animations and post them, but I did want that for me, right? I'm working. Me and a friend of mine have been working on a uh, project, like this cartoon set in limbo, where some kid falls through a hole. He's in limbo, and then like this is where just everybody ends up. And the like the story is there, and like the jokes are there, but when it actually came down to animating, I was way out of my depth because I was still thinking, oh, let's we'll use Flash. Sure, it doesn't need to be like pro, it doesn't need to be like the highest thing. I don't really care, like I'm making this for me, you know, because I like, if people want to just like this podcast, right? It obviously it does have viewers, and we do have a way of presenting it that seems a little bit more official, but it's not really. This might sound a little bit selfish, but it's not for them. We do this for us. If you want to listen, that's great, and if you don't, that's fine. We're not making any money. I still have food in my fridge.
Yep.
That's a lie. Actually, I don't have any food. I gotta.
Okay.
So true,
Today.
bestie.
But regardless, yeah, it doesn't need to be like pro. Like if Toon Boom is something that I can just get in there and learn how to use, and then just animate on it, that would be great.
It's it's good for, it's like an entry. It has entry level aspects for amateurs, but you're going to find that it also has tools for if you decide to go for a more professional angle. One of the coolest things about it that I loved was when you go to color in something, you sort of I don't know how to you choose a swatch rather than filling in a color, and you fill something with that swatch.
Oh.
And you can go and edit that swatch later, and it will edit all of the colors that you filled with that swatch. It's like imagine if I had two black markers and I drew two lines with the black markers. I can go back and then edit the first black marker to be purple, and the line that I drew with that marker will turn from black to purple.
That's and so like the other one, like you the first one you edit it, and then the second one will also just turn purple.
No, you can draw two different black lines with two different swatches and leave one swatch black.
Okay, okay.
Swatch purple. So you can, as long as you're careful about like which swatch you're using, you can edit the colors in the final product, and you can edit them specifically. And if you want, like, oh, I want this orange to be different than this orange, you make a new swatch. And then you say, oh, I want to change one orange but not the other. You edit that particular swatch.
That sounds like it fixes a lot of headaches.
Yeah. Instead of going back and filling in the color that you decide to change for every single frame, you just edit a swatch.
Hey, so
That's interesting, dude.
real quick, before we end it, I just have two questions for you, Connor. One, I've been noticing that like it's very easy to get around a place this huge and stuff because, you know, I've 100% of the game, and, you know, I have unlocked like unlimited stamina and stuff like that, and all that good stuff. So I kind of like how friendly it is to like revisit this game because of that. So like I wanted to ask, like, did you guys have to go through any challenges, like kind of finding that balance of like for new players and like longtime players for this game? You know what I mean?
I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
We thought about it, but there are certain challenges in navigation that come naturally with being in a cave.
Yeah.
For example, walls.
Right.
You, like, Scott did, as always, a fantastic job on the sight lines, but you can only see so far. It's going to be easier for players to get lost.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're coming into the DLC fully kitted out with full bracelets and flight and everything. Yeah, we did a little bit to make there be more challenging spaces, more verticality to work with. But yeah, if you want the game to be easy, then it can be easier. And if you want the game to be harder, okay, don't get that many bracelets next time. That you can beat the main game in like, I think the speed run record right now, this lovely little kid named Noi set the world record and then beat his own world record by like 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, and he can beat the game in like less than 13 minutes.
Wow.
So if you ever want to return to Lil Gator, it once you hold down the button that auto mashes through the dialogue, it really doesn't take that long. You can play this game any different way you want with a very small time investment.
Right. Yeah, because I 100%ed this game in like 3 hours. So
yeah, if you're not, there's some people who
Oh my
really
God.
sit and engage with every line and do the voices, and that can take 8-9 hours. But yeah, if you're not reading anything, it's a small game.
Damn.
I'm one of those. I'm one of those like engage and like read it in their voices because it's cute. The dialogue, they're kids.
Yeah.
They're kids. I love that.
Mauro.
I love this game, and to close this out, I love this game so much because there's like the heavy emphasis. There we go. Emphasis on friendship, right? And that's like the whole themes of our show and stuff, and like I couldn't think of a better way to spend the week of our 6-year anniversary than having you here on the show, Connor, for your interview for this, and to get to play this game that's all about friendship. And that's kind of like what we try to bring out into the world. So like, dude, thank you, Connor, for like you and the rest of Mega Wobble for making like such a great freaking game.
Thank you so much, and happy 6-year anniversary.
Thank you. It's crazy, huh? Yeah. But yeah, man. So to round it off, I've been having a blast here playing this game already. I think we just beat like one of the Dark Lords. Amberly. Cool design. Look at that.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
I lost, dude.
What's that?
She's like, I lost, dude, and the other one's like throwing a fit.
And I've noticed like from the dialogue I have been reading, there's a lot of themes here in this DLC where it's like friends are fighting. Friends have been in fights and stuff, and with our involvement, they're like putting their differences aside, which is different than from the main game. So I like to see like you guys are tackling different forms of how friendships, how they change and how things just happen, but yet you can still make up and put aside your differences and still have fun and be friends. I love it. I love this game, man. This game is awesome. Look at that. We've already made so many friends in like the 30 minutes we've been here. Look at that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the first game was a lot about Lil Gator figuring out how to deal with the fact that everyone wanted to play the game differently.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing them come up against a new character who wants to play the game differently, and how will they react to that? We'll have to see.
Yeah. Mauro, any final thoughts?
Cute little game. Heck yeah.
Woo, woohoo, woo, yeah, woohoo. Thank you, Mauro.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Connor, for being the first guest here for one of our Let's Play showcases. And I hope everybody watching this gets the chance to play this incredible game and check out this DLC. Already, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's huge, man. And there's just already so much to do. So thank you, everyone.
And if you want to keep up with updates from the Mega Wobble team, you can check out www.megawobble.games.
Links are in the description, people. Go check it out. Play this game.
Just type it. Just type it. He said it.
Later, boys.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm honored, and thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Connor.
Of course, bro. Thanks for being here.